Happy New Year. I'm Charles Boda, and this is your Diz Daily Fix for January 2nd, 2018. One of Disney Springs' newest additions, the Edison, just held an opening gala on New Year's Eve. And now the industrial Gothic eatery is set to begin soft openings later this week. The Edison announced the news yesterday, saying, "Tomorrow evening we start our test meals for friends and family, then later in the week we'll begin our soft opening for the public. Reservations will be available on OpenTable starting January 15th. The Edison features multiple themed areas to explore, such as the Lab Performance Space, the Ember Parlor, Telegraph Lounge, the Patent Office, the Tesla Lounge, because evidently Edison and Tesla were best buds, the Radio Room, and the Waterfront Patio. According to News 13, the establishment will enforce an adults-only policy each night, beginning at 10 p.m. Now, back in November, Disney's Magical Express began picking up resort guests a full 4 hours before their scheduled flight times, thanks to increased security at Orlando International Airport and increased holiday travel. Now that the busy holiday season is coming to a close, guests can look forward to an extra hour of prep time, as the Magical Express motor coach will be picking guests up approximately 3 hours before their scheduled departure. The schedule change will take place on January 11th, so guests traveling from then on may adjust their schedules accordingly and hit the snooze button a few more times. Now, this only includes domestic flights, though, so if you're flying internationally, you can still expect your motor coach to arrive the full 4 hours before your departure time. Resort airline check-in desks at Walt Disney World Resort hotels will continue to operate from 5 a.m. to noon daily, and guests using the resort airline check-in service must now check in for their domestic flights at least 3 hours prior to their scheduled departure time. Disney's amping up the hype for their upcoming cinematic take on the 1962 fantasy novel A Wrinkle in Time, and guests at Disney parks will soon have a chance to catch a glimpse of what is in store for theatergoers when the film comes out in spring of 2018. The award-winning novel was written by Madeleine L'Engle and follows 13-year-old Meg Murray on an epic adventure through time and space. Meg has the aid of 3 celestial guides, Miss Witch, Miss Whatsit, and Miss Who will be portrayed in the film version by Oprah Winfrey, Reese Witherspoon, and Mindy Kaling, respectively. Disney announced that very soon, guests at Disney California Adventure and Disney's Hollywood Studios will have the opportunity to catch a short preview of the film. California Adventure's Sunset Showcase Theater will host the preview in 3D with special in-theater effects, while Orlando visitors will be able to view it as part of Walt Disney Presents in Hollywood Studios. The film premieres March 9th of this year. A teaser was also released for Wreck-It Ralph 2, Ralph Breaks the Internet. The teaser doesn't really give any glimpse of the movie itself, but the film will follow Ralph and Vanellope as they find new adventures through a Wi-Fi router in their arcade, and will feature cameos by Disney princesses as well as some other Marvel and Lucasfilm characters. Ralph Breaks the Internet debuts November 21st of this year. Now, one of the many ways to plan a Walt Disney World vacation is by combining it with another great American tradition, the road trip. In today's featured article, "So You Finally Decided to Drive to Walt Disney World, 5 Helpful Tips," Mike Taylor helps you prep for the day you decide to say no to flying and hit the open road. Make sure to give that a read today. Now, if you've never been inside a Walt Disney World theme park during a holiday weekend, today's trending thread will give you a great idea of what it's like. Started by poster Canned Bee on the Theme Parks Attraction and Strategies Forum, the thread entitled "Crowd Photos from Inside the Parks" includes photos and stories from posters who were inside the parks during the New Year's weekend. If you're thinking about braving the parks for the 2018 holiday season, check out this thread on disboards.com and join the discussion today. Now, join us today at 1 o'clock for the year's first Diz Unplugged Walt Disney World edition, where all of the major news, stories, and topics will be discussed. And you can check that out on disunplugged.com at 1 p.m. today. Now, for the weather today, guests in Orlando will have a cloudy day with a slight chance of rain, a high of 54 and a low of 50. Now, tomorrow promises to be cold, at least for Florida, and very wet, with rain and wind leaving us with a high of 51 and a low of 33, and those temperatures will continue for around the next 3 days. Those in Anaheim are looking at a day of alternating sun and clouds, a high of 76 and a low of 49. For information on everything I've mentioned, go to wdwinfo.com/dailyfix, and that will be it for me today. But join us again tomorrow for another installment of your Diz Daily Fix.